Good morning. Welcome to Con Corner. I'm Tina, and today I'm asking for your help to understand what has happened to not just my garlic, but a lot of people's garlic this year. My friend Deborah had posted a couple of weeks ago, actually a little longer ago than that, that she had to harvest her garlic early because it was ready, but when she got it out of the ground, some of it hadn't bulbed, and some of it had all these long strings coming out of where the leaves normally are, which when she pulled it turned out to be that the bulbs had all sprouted and weren't having papers around them. And you can see in this particular one, let me see if I can get it where you can see it. There's a regular pod of garlic right in the middle, and it's got skins on it. But outside of that are all these extra cloves that have all sprouted out. When she told me about hers, I had never heard of that before, and I didn't have, I didn't know what to say. And she grows garlic for seed garlic. So, she's been doing this for some years, and this was a brand new thing for her. When I went, mine looked just fine at that time. But when I went and looked at it a few days ago, all of a sudden, all of these things had started sprouting out of it. Then we were watching on Haas Tools the other day, one of their episodes. They took in a reader or a viewer question, and that question was about the garlic doing this business. And they didn't really have much information to offer about why this happens. So I'm hoping that my viewers will be able to help us understand, was it just that we had a real warm winter and an extremely warm March? Was it the temperature? I grew mine in a different bed than I normally grow it in, but it was still in my yard. It's only about 10 feet from the regular bed. And I planted it in November. So it's the same soil and the same method that I always use for it. We had, although it's dry right now, and it's been dry for the past month. We haven't had any rain since Easter. Before that, we had plenty of rain. So if you know anything about what causes this, I'm going to go around the back and let me show you what it looks like in the ground. I went ahead and pulled a lot of it to try to save it, but here's what it looks like. See how the lower leaves are just, there's a couple of dead lower leaves on each one, and normally it'd be middle of May, be about this time before we'd be harvesting it, or maybe even a little bit later. But see how they all just almost turn into like a broom, where it should look like this. And these that are bigger are still not ready. I pulled up one of them, and they have a little ways to go yet before they're ready. They're smaller this year than normal too. Normally the garlic bed is looking pretty good. There might be some escapes sometimes. There's not any on this, so I don't have any hardneck garlic in this batch. But we can see here, see here's another one that's just sprouted out like crazy. Every bulb has turned into, every clove has already started growing. And there wasn't any warning that this was going to be happening. Here's another one that has a regular bulb, but then these outside ones had started growing. So some of it I might be able to save. Here's this one looked normal, but after I pulled it, I could see that one had started sprouting inside it. So that's our dilemma this year with our garlic in this part of Texas. So if you have any suggestions to offer on how to prevent this in the future, any understanding of why this is happening, I would love to hear you. Appreciate your insight on this. And if you have a channel and you want to make a video explaining this to us and explaining what you know about it, please feel free to link it in my comments, and I'll be glad to you know, let other people see it. So thank you so much for your help. Thanks for watching. Y'all have a wonderful weekend, and happy Mother's Day, and I'll speak with you again soon.